Hey guys,
Hey.
we're back and
Since our
on with
last
the campaign.
episode, Fox has been acquired by the Empire, and Sky was soon to follow. Very soon, this will be its own empire. This republic will be its own empire. Now, last time I left, I might have missed a few things. In case you've done anything in between. But
No,
last
I
I saw,
haven't.
Luke Skywalker was hacking things up.
Yep, and that was where I left off. Although one criticism I've got of these fucking loading times, man.
Yeah.
You'd think when you have to install the whole friggin' game on your console, it would cut down on the loading times, but apparently not.
You mean like Yakuza?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm not the only one who wishes the Empire wasn't here.
Hello there, Pete. Pete is here.
God, hey, Pete. I was just saying, God, I suddenly remember when I had this on the Master System. Got the Star Wars game on the Master System.
Oh, god damn it. Ow. Okay. Yep, Luke's health does regenerate.
Force healing.
That is an ability.
I know. So's animal friendship.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Hello, Dell. Dell, that's his name. I might buy this game. If you buy it, get it second hand. Do not give EA money.
Can you get me out of this?
I didn't give EA money and you shouldn't either. I got this used. Do the same if you can. But it is on sale right now, I think. If you must. Oh, Seb's here. Get it used, Pete. Hello!
I know who you are. Why'd you help me?
Because you asked.
No, that won't do it. This will. No, wait!
Idiot. Seb is here. Nice catch, Luke. Has everyone recovered from Thursday yet? Just about. Went to see it again with Mitch yesterday. I'm probably going to go and see it again tomorrow.
Look at Luke using the Force by grimacing.
I've heard 100 stories about the Jedi. They terrified me as a boy on Coruscant, but you...
Come on. We need to work together if we're gonna get out of here.
What do you think of Luke's voice?
You're looking for something. So am I. It seems the Force has brought us together.
I'm always. Look, I don't know. I'll be honest. I have never really been a major fan of Luke in general.
I warmed up to him.
I accept him as a necessary character. I don't hate him. It's just more.
So why am I still alive?
You know, he's not really my cup of tea.
You did.
More bugs!
Watch my back and I'll watch yours.
Yeah, I don't have much of a choice.
They should have got Mark Hamill. I don't think they... Mark Hamill's voice has changed. He sounds all grizzly now.
We can take...
Like, he's got a much more gravelly voice. It wouldn't have worked.
It'll only work if they get Luke to have an eye patch and maybe act like Rambo, where he's seen too much shit.
That you basically described him in episode 8 now, without the eye patch. I think Sam would like Luke in episode 8. It's not a spoiler to say he's changed. No.
No. It's not a spoiler if it's obvious, and obviously a lot of time, considering that the only character development we got in of The Force Awakens was him just turning to look at Rey.
Yeah.
It shatters on contact too.
Now then.
Oh god, that's disorienting.
It's here.
As long as we don't get to see Jar Jar.
That's why you're here.
Don't worry. I'm here to destroy it.
Well, that's the raised parents mystery ruined for you then.
Misa have Jedi child. Ooh. I'm sorry, every time I think of Jar Jar, I just think of the South Park episode where he put, you know, with the Jackophosors.
Yeah.
I'll uncover the terminal.
I think it's fair. They're annoying.
Like you said the other day, Rey might be my favourite Star Wars protagonist. Well, I saw it again with Mitch yesterday. That pretty much confirms it, yeah.
Better.
Hmm.
Well, yesterday. Kylo Ren is
I don't know,
amazing in the new movie.
I am curious to see the movie just to see how Rey is, and you saying that it's literally on par with Empire, which is still, you know. Oh, good. Kylo Ren really needs an upgrade considering what you know how he was in the first one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about it in the last one, but he brought it. Yeah, I am now. I'm on board.
Well, to be fair, in the first movie, in The Force Awakens, we were under the implication he's still going through the training.
Yeah.
These bugs are very unhappy.
Oh, Rey, Kylo Ren, and Luke are the best parts of the new movie. Oh, okay. Something funny going on.
Is there?
Look, nothing's going to beat him when he gets his head put on a droid. You know, a battle droid. That was still the best thing they did with him.
Yeah.
Apart from the parody thing where he shoots all the Ewoks and then impales Jar Jar on his arm.
I like Kylo Ren a lot more in the new one than episode 7. Yeah, me too.
I am C-3PO, Human Eradication Relation.
Not here.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has Force Repulse. More confirmation of C-3PO being evil. Yeah, you make that video, Seb. Like, put your theory out there.
Seriously, put it there, and if you do, I promise, I will get that. I will do my Lego set thing of the Emperor and that whole thing, and replace his head with C-3PO on the Emperor's body with the Force lightning and everything, frying Luke.
Link.
Sorry, got my thing mixed up.
Defend Del. I love that this Imperial officer's name is Del, because I just pictured Del Boy.
Trying to cheapskate the Empire by going on disability benefits.
Yeah.
I've got to get to Coruscant to sign on there. Then I've got to go all the way to Alderaan and then Naboo and sign on over there, while also putting on my fake window washing business.
Sam says, if the prequels were made now, I think Adam Driver would be a good Anakin. Yeah, perhaps he would.
We've got 3 minutes before the system explodes.
But then it's kind of appropriate he's playing his grandson then, isn't it? I'm also planning a top 10 Bond films. That's great, but if Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater isn't number 1, I call hacks. That is neither a film nor James Bond.
Though James Bond is mentioned in it.
Where are you going?
Big Boss hates James Bond movies.
Whatever's inside these doors, those bugs don't like it. There's nothing on this thing.
Lovely
How am I
jubbly.
supposed to open it?
With a key.
Why would the Emperor have a vault that can only be opened using the Force?
Why do you think?
You're telling me the man who destroyed the Jedi Order was secretly one of them?
No. I'm telling you that as a boy on Coruscant, you were frightened of the wrong thing.
Nice. My choice for number 2 will be very controversial because it's the one that everyone else hates. Yeah, you've told me about that.
Junk.
They should put Aid Edmondson in the game.
This is worthless.
Speaking of, I did watch the the Christmas episode yesterday.
And there's Goldfinger on the telly.
What is that?
I'd like to keep this compass, if you don't mind.
Not gonna lie, I've obviously
is to
thought
destroy
around
this place
Christmas
rather
time
than
of
to do that.
literally just
Because I
putting a
asked.
load of things in a pair of tights and just going, it's a Brussels sprout. it's another
stop you from destroying
Brussels
this vault.
sprout.
Wouldn't you say the Empire's done enough damage to innocent worlds?
We found out that he does play a First Order officer. I saw it again and I still didn't notice it, so
What, Adrian Edmondson?
yeah.
I'm glad we were brought together, Del.
So what happens now?
Wow.
We both walk off in separate directions and pretend like this never happened.
I don't think you can. There's still conflict in you.
Of course there's conflict in me. I'm not blind. I know what the Empire is capable of, but what else is there?
A choice?
The rebellion?
No. A choice to be better. May the Force be with you.
How? I noticed him straight away. I probably just wasn't looking for him.
Welcome back, Agent Miko. The Admiral needs us to extract an Imperial ally on my home world of Vardos. The target is Protectorate Gleb, a local official who once mentored both Agent Hask and myself. I don't know how this connects to Operation Cinder, but I have to trust the Admiral. Make the jump to Vardos.
That's the Dauntless. It's the ship we rescued on Fondor. Why is it here?
Was delivering cargo. Was carrying those satellites. Moth
Apparently
waves.
Gary Barlow was one of the stormtroopers. Oh god.
But it was
Gary
just-
Barlow!
Either with the Admiral. Now I know why.
Is there such a thing as the Dauntful? Well, the Daunted.
Excellent.
It's not really a good name for a ship.
No, cool.
Vardos is our target.
One of them, yes.
Why?
No, it
The
isn't.
entire planet and its people, they're loyal to the Empire.
The Emperor commands it. We'll purge this planet and others. Fear shall spread and the galaxy will remember who is in control.
This is our home.
The Empire is our home. And we will do as the Emperor commands.
The Emperor's
I'll
dead,
take orders from dead.
isn't he?
You take orders from me.
If he isn't, then I'm seriously worried.
Activate the satellites now.
Oh god, she's gonna defect.
Vardos immediately. Recover Protectorate Gleb. She is your only target.
Of course she's going to defect.
That is all. Contact Agent Hatch.
It's obvious she's going to defecate. Well, I presume she will at some point. She is human after all. But didn't we see the
Like how
Emperor...
no one goes for a piss in Gone with the Wind. And in Lost in Translation, nothing happens at all.
But didn't we see the Emperor when we played this the other day? No.
What?
I don't
You mean
think
on
so.
that red face guy, on that red guy who had the Emperor's face on that screen head for some reason.
Yeah. No, that was a recording. That was a recording.
We'll find Protectorate Gleb in the archive. Follow me.
The second Death
That
Star
was his
blew
stunt
up at
double.
the beginning of the
I don't
game.
forget so easily, Agent.
That was his stunt double.
I've never seen anything like it. The locals must be terrified. This is just the beginning. When people see what we've done here, that terror will spread throughout the galaxy. I'm just surprised we aren't evacuating civilians. Civilians are
Try not to choke on your aspirations.
These are our people.
This is an imperial
So it's just after Return of the Jedi now. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Got a long way to go before the Force and the Force Awakens. And the hip hop comedy that is, the Star Wars Last Jedi. Yeah. Who'd have thought bringing Darth Vader back as a breakdancing, jive-talking, Force Ghost would have worked?
I know, but it totally did.
Oh yeah, and that whole thing when they somehow brought back Padme and she kind of had her own posse.
Yeah.
Less than about Jar Jar being kicked in the throat by a stormtrooper and then suddenly he has a normal voice. Who'd have thought he'd have just had a frog in his throat, literally?
We need a sequel to Empire at War. Now, EA aren't going to make an RTS game. They don't see the endless profit in it. Did you hear that? We need to get off world. I have a family. I fail to see how that's relevant.
They're my family now. Hit him with a light shiv. Quick, here's some teeth.
That reminds me of Justice League. Someone said, "Please, I have a wife and family." Why does everyone keep telling me that? I imagine Bernard Pike saying, "It's not fair at all."
We put our troopers in harm's way as well.
Yeah.
They'll evacuate when ordered to. Their fearlessness in the face of the storm shows true discipline. But Gleb deserves an early evacuation, does she?
Gleb oversees the future Imperial Leaders School here. She crafts loyal, capable troopers.
Like I...
Please have a wife and family. Will you tell me where they live?
Now she's calling it a favor.
No.
The people of
Oh,
Farce are
shame.
loyal to the Empire. Why should they be left to suffer?
This is all for the greater good, Commander.
They're great,
None
they're
of
good.
this is good to me. Vardos was our home, Ask.
The Empire is our home. Operation Cinder is a test to prove that we are worthy of what it will become. Go ahead, Commander.
You sound like my father.
It is about time. I did Versio. The Admiral sent you. I knew I was important, but to risk his own daughter's life.
Target acquired. Get a move on, Gleb.
Oh yeah, I got the box set of literally all of the Home Alones the other day, although I'm only going to watch the first 2.
The others will stay here. They are not important. Come.
Commander. We have a ship on landing bay 2. You'll be safe there. Go. Go now. Go! Whoa. What are you doing? No, stop! Stop! This is not our mission.
Stand down.
Who shot
Okay,
first? Well, if I remake the movies, then Han Solo will shoot everything first.
Commander, stand down!
Han Solo needs no provocation.
Who shot first? Han was the only one who shot. Greedo never got a shot off.
Look around you, man. Do you even recognize the Empire anymore?
Please don't do this.
The Empire's job is to save civilians from things like Operation Cinder.
This is the new Empire.
If this is the new Empire, I want no part of it. I'm taking the orders of my commanding officer.
Are these your orders? Are these your orders? Because if they are, this is treason. Are these your orders?
Yes.
Then I have mine.
Lower your weapon.
Defiance will be the death of you. Admiral Versio. Commander Versio.
Well, she definitely shot first.
Agent Miko have abandoned the mission. They've committed treason.
It's treason.
Understood. Return Gleb to me. That is your mission. I will take care of the traitors.
There's a
And
passageway
now,
on the other
young
side of the plaza.
pilot.
That's our way out.
I'm with you, Commander.
Hold your... We're too exposed. We need to get out of the open. Blast it. Open fire!
Oh, shot in the back. How are you being shot by stormtroopers? How?
I guess they've been told to kill me.
Yeah, but even so, their aim, they shouldn't be able to hit you that easily.
Then we need to take down the anti-air cannons.
Eyes on an officer.
Come on, Delboy.
Serve to kill. Another thing that would end the series really quick.
We have civilians
Remember,
on the
keep your
corpse line.
keep your weapon on kill.
Yeah. Oh, some more stun shots are fired in The Last Jedi.
You what?
Some more stun shots are fired in The Last Jedi. People fire stun shots in The Last Jedi. I thought Star Wars had forgotten about those.
Ah, stun shots. Stun 'em. Set phasers to sex.
First time we've seen stun shots since A New Hope. I know, yeah.
We've been sentenced to death. We protect ourselves or we die.
Yes, Commander.
We can shut down the anti-air systems ahead.
Following your lead.
Slice that.
New abilities unlocked. Recharge Vanguard. Bodyguard. Survivalist. Okay.
Oh, I've forgotten about you, go far. My brains. Nothing takes priority over chocolate rain.
Alberto Del Rio's character seemed a bit pointless. Do you mean Benicio Del Toro?
Alberto.
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto El Patron.
Yes, that is his name now.
We can shut down the anti-air systems ahead.
Following your lead.
Oh, equip weapons. Accurate. Medium range rifle which fires 3 blast bursts. Small horror. Oh. Can equip another weapon. I'll try that one.
Sorry, wait, I'm gonna have to watch the movies again.
Sorry?
I'm gonna have to watch all the movies again now. We all have to accept the fact that The Force Awakens was not that good of a movie.
It was though, it was fine. It was as good as it needed to be.
I know, I'm just doing Randy Marsh's bit. I thought you were going to explain why they wanted me to be president. Well, yeah, that's important too.
Different part of the same problem, really.
Shooting at something.
Escaping ships. We're not the only ones searching for safety. This way. Stay quiet and they won't see us coming.
Understood.
Wait for my mark.
I don't remember hearing a Wilhelm scream either, nor do I. I'll keep a listen. Oh, you can fire them individually in this one. That's an improvement. On the barrage thing. Because in Battlefront 2015, you pulled the trigger once and it shot all 3 of the grenades. In this one, you can shoot them individually.
Okay, Ollie, honest opinion, is Boba Fett overrated as a character?
Well, I'm not really familiar with the old expanded universe.
Okay, but take away the expanded universe and only in the movies.
Well, yeah, of course he is. Like, I mean, he's popular because his figure sold because it looked cool.
I suppose when most of the other people in armor are basically giant white men, yeah. But he didn't really say anything or do anything apart from get eaten by Zala.
He had 5 lines in the trilogy and one of them was, "Ah!"
I still love the idea that C-3PO is the villain.
I think even Commander Cody got more dialogue than Boba Fett has said. It's probably true.
They're going to test our giant planet blower upper gun on your planet.
Phasma didn't get to do one. Spoilers, Seb! Spoilers!
She said no. Do we still do it?
They should have kept Jason Wingman's voice. Yep, that's true. Now, come on, a few more comments so that, you know, nothing even approaching Last Jedi spoilers. You know, it's still the grace period.
Yeah, we're still in the process of people like Ollie watching it and then having to watch it a few more times just to determine whether or not they thought it was any good.
It's not been out for a week. Let's... In fact, I think 3 months, a 90-day clause thing, I meant in The Force Awakens.
You want a 90-day no spoiler clause?
Yeah, I think that is a reasonable amount of time to have to sit on spoilers for a movie. Yeah, okay,
well,
that's
Ollie,
good.
I have to say that your logic is impeccable.
Yeah. Because Little Karibo had to sit on spoilers for The Last Jedi for a month because he did the audio description.
He said he meant for The Force Awakens.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. She didn't get much to do in that.
He's doing the ancient Hebrew mind trick.
I saw a big spoiler in a comment on a video. Well, it's a good thing you came to the midnight premiere with us, then.
You just stuck with the fake ones like us, like then when they say that Greedo is the new Jedi. Hey, Ian's asking if he can join.
Of course!
Hey, gotta have the click back together.
We'll add him promptly. He has been invited.
Excellent. Watto becomes a Sith Lord, I can just see that.
Mace Windu returns.
It turns out he was Darth Vader all along. The giant black armor was a black man. That explains so much.
Darth Vader, Nubian god.
What's a Nubian?
Shut the fuck up!
A Jedi is the most insulting of all movies.
Dex was Snoke.
Blue Harvest the game, I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Ian, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Have you seen The Last Jedi yet?
Not yet.
See it
Good, we're
unspoiled
avoiding
if you can.
spoilers. Yes. We're making up fake spoilers as we go along.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how about that porg, huh?
Yeah. Who would have thought that it was the Porg hive mind controlling Supreme Leader Snoke?
My God.
Yeah, I know, that just explains everything. Actually explains jack shit.
And the death of Jar Jar Binks.
Well, that was inevitable. And who would have thought that the Emperor was really just C-3PO?
Oh, wow, I didn't see that one coming.
R2-D2 is an Ewok, says Pete.
Or at least he has a dead Ewok inside him.
No, he's not an Ewok in a costume, he just hides one in there.
Yeah, he has like a hook that comes out, grabs them, pulls them in, and then you just hear screaming, and it just releases a skeleton.
Well, how do you think he fuels himself?
On the flesh and blood of Ewoks. That's why they invaded the planet. To get more resources to feed him.
Apparently, Jocasta Nu assassinates Luke for not returning a book to the library on time.
Oh, yeah.
And what about the part where Ahsoka turned up and killed everybody?
Well,
having
go with
turned
Ahsoka.
to the dark side.
I just like buy my clothes.
Typical woman, just asking for clothes.
Yeah, because the woman who plays has her own clothesline.
Wow, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's called Her Universe.
Of course it is.
It's like a
reprises his role.
It's the first time I've ever known him act.
Zing.
Shit.
Those aren't stormtroopers.
Jyn Erso comes back.
Those can't be stormtroopers. No, I will not accept that. Their
No,
aim is to
things.
Yeah, they're hitting
actually
things.
hitting.
I mean, if they were real stormtroopers, you should have no problem. You just walk to from A to B in no time.
All the while meant saying, I am with the Force is with me.
Sorry, sir. Doing my best, sir. Who made that man a gunner? I did, sir. He's my cousin. Who is he? He's an asshole. Yes, I know that, but what? Who is he? That is his name. What? Major Asshole. Okay, and his cousin? He's an asshole too, sir. How many assholes do we have on this ship?
Yo!
Here, sir. I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes!
Hug God is a clone army. The template is played by Mr. T. B.A. Baracus, or Ollie's version, from the C-Team, GD generally displeased. I have sympathy for that tard. I ain't getting in no car, sucker.
Or Barrett from Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, we've all gone through the phase of calling him Mr. T.
Yeah.
We've all done it.
Yep.
Why
By
couldn't
night.
she be one of the better ones?
I found out yesterday that Felicity Jones is from Birmingham, and she was in The Worst Witch. Okay. Why couldn't she be in one of be one of the better ones. I don't know. That's life.
Sometimes you gotta do a lot of crap before they put you in anything decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta wade through all the dicks first. Much like.
Well, I never saw the worst of it, so I can't comment.
Oh god! You shot a stormtrooper in the ass.
Crap!
A lightsaber, mate. A lightsaber shiv. Made out of paper plates and broken teeth. Oh yeah, I got to see a bit of Angry Grandpa's funeral.
Yeah, I saw that.
Although it was actually pretty funny considering.
Yeah. Well...
And one day I said to my dad, I don't want you to die, and he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna die at one point, you're gonna die too.
Well, I'm gonna, so are you.
And then sat us around a table once a month and then told us that we were gonna die and what we were gonna have to do. And if he were here today, he'd say two things. One would be, didn't I tell you I was gonna die? And boy, you got fat.
Oh God.
Where's my fucking pinwheels?
Fucking pinwheel-eating bitch.
Shmi Skywalker is the villain, played by Bob Hoskins.
Bob.
It's good to talk. Bring out the champagne. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Lordy.
Don't try to stop me, Shmi. Oh, I get it.
I just got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cody Rhodes now has blonde hair, and someone put up a thing underneath him saying, if he dies, he dies. He does look like Dolph Lundgren.
Oh boy.
Sadly, he lost his title.
No.
He lost it to Dalton Castle. So what we ended up with was basically what looked like a very weird BDSM celebration.
Poor Cody.
Well, when his opponent is literally using man-slaves as chairs to sit on to celebrate, you know there's a problem.
Okay, I'm in a bit of trouble with this segment. Spoiler, Finn is British.
Of course he is, because he's Indian!
Goodness gracious me.
Oh god, I still love his thing about how Superman is that basically, you know, is Indian. Think about it, you saw the movie, he runs faster than a speeding train. There's only one country where you can run faster than the train. India!
Everyone in the Bible is Indian, except for God.
Why?
Think about it. In 6 days he created the earth. On the 7th day he rested. Who works on a Sunday? Who takes a day off on a Sunday? And then
everyone's Indian in the royal family, exception of Prince Charles. He's African.
His ears are too... It's too big to be Indian.
There'd be much less casualties in wars if soldiers just stepped away for a few minutes to instantly heal.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, I just watched Glow.
Oh, what, the TV series?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that. Is it good?
Oh yeah,
it's very good.
I've seen the interview that Brian Zane did with the original girls from Glow and what they thought, and apparently it's a massive mixed bag because apparently nobody who was part of the original Glow was actually, you know, told anything about it. They knew it was coming on because apparently the woman who owns the rights to Glow was a wrestler on the show, but only, you know, in like the fourth and fifth, like the third and fourth season. So she wasn't there for the early days when it was growing. So there's a bit of resentment there because they say she shouldn't be deciding on what, you know, what should be artistically there for when it was first forming, because she wasn't even there for that. Whereas there were loads of people still around still doing it. So some people actually do enjoy it. They said they loved the robot that had drugs in it. That thing, I just love that. This robot is full of drugs.
Yeah. Apparently Chavo Guerrero...
Oh yeah, Chavo Guerrero... Yeah, Chavo's in it.
Yeah, and he's a creative consultant.
Well, because one of his relatives actually did train him. There's a documentary, if you watch that.
Yeah.
There's the documentary of Glow, and one of the Guerreros was on there. Apparently, you know that whole scene where that girl was basically being a bitch to that black woman and claiming wrestling was fake and then got put in a sleep hold? That was based off a real-life incident that happened at the show when they were getting the women in, because apparently they didn't tell them it was about wrestling and said, right, this is actually like a wrestling show, and a load of them walked out because, you know, they thought it was a serious acting thing. Then, during the training, some of the girls mouthed off at this particular Guerrero. I can't remember which one it was. I don't think it was Chewie or Hector. But then he said, okay, come at me, and he locked her in a sleep hold and put her to sleep. And Ivory was actually there at the time of watching, and she was loving watching this girl just pass out. Legitimately from a sleep hold. John Morrison's in there.
Yeah, the first episode.
Carlito and Brodus Clay. Alex Riley's in it. Also, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. And Joey Ryan. So they've got, you know, proper wrestling. They've got proper wrestling. Oh, yes, broken Matt. Or woken Matt. My woken wisdom, my broken brilliance.
We'll send troopers to capture the raider.
Yeah.
So yeah, Glow's good. I can't wait for season 2.
Careful in that storm. Scout Walker.
Yeah, I like how they were trying to find that one character for that one girl, and they just end up with the Russian thing because it just works.
Yeah.
Also, I need to ask someone else who, you know, like you, who has a understanding of wrestling and everything, and just everything in general. That guy who's obsessed with making those incest movies.
Yeah.
That guy. It's just his thing, and it turns out the plan for his incest movie was just Back to the Future. I loved it. I just loved it when he's just trying to explain this movie to these people, and they're like, that movie's already been made. It's called Back to the Future.
Just one question. Where are those droider cars? Yeah, why aren't droider cars playable?
Yeah. I also have to ask, Ian, what about that bit when the black girl decides that they don't want to do the lunch lady, the old women character, so they have them come out dressed as the KKK?
Oh, yeah.
I remember sitting there I was sitting there with Liz at the time, and she was just like, what the fuck? And I went, no, this never happened in the real life, I promise you. Vince Russo wasn't a writer yet.
Yeah.
This is Russo-esque era bullshit. I thought, oh yeah, also, Awesome Kong is in it.
Oh yeah, Karma.
Yeah, she's welfare queen.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it until after someone told me, when, you know, Karma's in that. I went, what, Awesome Kong? Seriously, who's she? And like, oh wow, it's really hard to recognise her when, you know, she's doing, you know, the bit, she's playing the character she's playing. There's the fact the guy's been paid to make a wrestling show and he just wants to make some weird space sex opera thing.
Yeah. I know, I was cringing at that bit.
Yeah, there is a lot to cringe at. Liz kept cringing at the bit when they're going through the training and they're learning to take the bumps. and that woman starts overacting.
Oh yeah, I cringed at that.
I was like, oh my god.
I was covering my eyes.
She came in, and when she watched the Hulk Hogan promos, and she came in trying to cut a promo, and then her friend actually comes in and beats the shit out of her.
We have a barricade blocking our path.
You slept with my husband!
It's the fact that it was a real thing, and then they get John Morrison to act as a referee. And hey, let's make this into treat it as like an actual match. It's the fact that it's it's supposed to be a real fight, and she actually pins her.
Oh, apparently Anakin doesn't like sand.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, can you blame him? It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. Oh,
and
another
We're almost out of this.
Yeah, I thought I would just give Luke some ghost advice, but then I thought, hey, how about I come ruin the asthmatic space wizard who basically got me killed? So me, you're haunting me then. Back to do, Annie. Look, I can't kill him. I can't do anything about it. He's just there, okay? We're just gonna have to deal with it. So, did I ever tell you about what this guy thought about sand?
It's a good thing for Luke that Darth Vader never felt the need to visit his mum's grave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We are nearly there. Hurry, Commander. The storm is...
So you enjoyed Glow in the end?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. It was good for what it was. It's just meant to be like a dramatization of what actually happened. Because they did actually live out of a hotel for a while.
Yeah.
Liz did like the Wolf Girl thing, but you know, they didn't really do much with her this season, apart from that one thing where, you know, she took the insult as an actual compliment.
And it's funny because
basically she acts like a wild wolf thing, and she keeps getting dead. She doesn't like the main character because of the way she is and how ridiculous some of her actions. So she brings a dead animal in and just puts it in her bed. And she just grabs it and throws it out the room. Goes, "Get out, you filthy wolf!" And he's like, "You called me a wolf." And she just takes that as a compliment because she's always seen herself as a wolf rather than an actual person, and apparently that's enough to gain respect. I keep having to remind myself it's set in the 80s, so it's okay for them to be doing this over-the-top America versus Russia bullshit.
Yeah. It's also funny that Kate Nash is in it.
I am honestly, with what they were doing, I'm surprised they didn't do that. You know, in the original Glow, they literally had a character who was a Nazi.
Yeah.
That whole thing, I'm surprised they didn't do that. I'll have to settle for the KKK thing, but I love the fact that the woman who suggested it, the black woman who suggested, do this because you'll get more heat, her husband was actually reffing it, and he was black as well. Though Liz had to walk out on that scene where they do the fake miscarriage bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you see, I already told her about the whole Kane and Gleeta storyline, and that whole thing was just... Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, Liz was like, oh god, no. And I'm sorry, Liz, I had no idea this was going to happen. She's like, it's fine, I can deal with it, it's just really sickening. And the fact that guy wants to turn it into a storyline.
Yeah.
He does strike me... Oh, and also the fact that that girl's his daughter, that was, you know, fucked up. It did explain why we didn't see her doing anything. Though I did like the bit where they get the Wolf Girl to do the music and she only knows how to play one song, so everyone has the same entrance theme.
Yeah.
Oh, but we are getting season 2.
Yeah.
So, you know, there is that.
I'm just horrible at starting new things.
I know, Ollie, I will honestly say it is refreshing to go through. It is better than you'd think it is. It does. Yeah. It's not one of those. It disrespects the wrestling business in general kind of things where certain people. There is a load of a whole. Some people do hate it. Some people do like it. But the people who generally don't like it are the Puritans who feel it's mocking or exposing the business, not realising the business was exposed years ago.
Yeah.
But if you look at, but the thing is, you don't need to be a wrestling fan to enjoy it, because the thing is, everybody in that thing is playing a character who does not understand wrestling, and it's not like doing too much exposition where it's trying to explain what this is or what this is.
Says I'm downloading The Force Awakens to make a YouTube film. I will look forward to seeing it when Luke's on.
Fun. But yeah, it is worth getting into. It is worth getting into, although I do recommend, if you want to seriously enjoy it to the full and get some of the references, there is a documentary on Netflix at the moment about the original Glow. And I do recommend watching that one. Watching that first, then watching the TV series. I still feel disgusted I could not tell that woman was Awesome Kong.
I've been on this mission for close to an hour. Come on.
I know, man.
Carrie Fisher's dog had a cameo in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, Gary. Gary the Bulldog.
That's true.
Another unit inbound.
When Luke saw the binary sunset, did he inevitably walk over his grandmother's grave?
Possibly.
Oh,
for God's sake.
Have fun burning in space hell, Dad.
Suppress those troopers.
Walker ahead.
Another unit inbound. They'll do everything they can to keep us grounded.
Has anyone seen the outtake from A New Hope where Peter Cushing trips over his lines?
No, I can't say that I have.
I haven't. Carrie Fisher also helped write it. No, send it me. Okay.
I think that's the wrong way.
I remember this parody. I remember this parody thing on Star Wars Rogue One, where it says, "Doctors have confirmed that Peter Cushing, who we all know has been long dead, is well enough to act again."
Oh, that was Rogue One release sees Peter Cushing declared fit for work by the DWP.
Yeah.
Ramp us down.
Yeah.
Forward, Commander.
It's funny because he's dead.
Yeah.
His CGI, and I will honestly say, his CGI in Rogue One made me feel uncomfortable.
But what else could you do?
I know, he's dead, but not much you can do. Cadaverific.
I know the girl who played 11 in Stranger Things said she would love to play a young Princess Leia.
I haven't seen Stranger Things yet. All I've heard is it's like a TV version of it.
Agent Haskell reporting. Mission accomplished, sir.
Oh, it's much different than that.
Yeah, I've heard it takes a lot of 80s trope, because the latest South Park was basically parodying it, Stranger Things, and several other things.
Wow, 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 wow.
Hey there now, easy.
Oh, this is a little inconvenient.
The outer ring.
So, we're not completely.
I'll teach you how to
Someone who stayed with us.
slow down.
Protected the refugees
Minute,
against
boy.
those who wouldn't.
How are they?
Come down here anytime.
Bring your friends. This is what he does. He just takes things and makes them not scary.
Just want to know what's next.
Honestly, his latest review of the Goofy movie was creepy enough because he kept having the nightmare fuel faces.
Just gonna toss us in Sunspot prison before we can even say a word.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
You think I'm gonna let you just float out?
Oh, the wows.
Yeah.
They just make the whole movie work.
We're Inferno Squad.
I wonder how they're going to do that scene in the next film.
I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait.
Yeah.
Liz can't even stand looking at the reviews because clowns scare her. And Tim Curry in a clown suit scares her even more.
Scared Mel as well.
I know. I'm honestly surprised you didn't just just turn up at one point and just keep dressed up as it.
Well, there was a it costume available, but I wanted to be my own clown.
I know. You should have just come in dressed up as it at one point, but had some kind of agreement that no one else could see you but Mel. So everyone just works around you.
I mean, I tried on every occasion. Sure, say, look, it's just Frankenfurter in a clown suit. You like Frankenfurter? Yeah, you like Frankenfurter, don't you?
Bad idea. Settle a bet.
So she likes Frankenfurter, but she doesn't like Pennywise.
I think you're scared, running for your life.
You could not like Pennywise. It's Tim Curry.
Yeah, it's just Tim Curry. And if that wasn't bad enough, it looks like he's going out the ass of Ronald McDonald. It all works.
Yeah.
You gave us good intel on Operation Cinder. In return,
We have candy and rides. All sorts of things.
Wait.
And blues.
That's right. Start a new life. Find somewhere safe.
Do they float?
Somewhere you can track us.
Oh, yes.
We're too busy for
They float. They all float. And when you're down here with me, yo, float. So.
You're wrong. The Empire's changing.
I agree with
Hiya, Georgie.
If that's the case, why not come with us? Help save that booty.
Me.
We're not here to join your rebellion.
Tim Curry is a national treasure. Yes, he is.
Yes. Yes, he is. I still love that shirt I found in town. That guy wearing with Frankenfurter on the front saying "Don't dream it," and on the back it's got Pennywise and "Be it."
Come on, I'll show you to your ship.
We don't even know how to.
You seem like a nice boy.
Should be easy. Special forces. What's the alternative?
I feel filthy.
So, what's it going to be?
Popcorn? Is that your favorite? I like it because it goes pop, 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 pop.
Let's just get to killing the kid. Okay.
That's really Billy D. Williams. Nice.
This is Princess
Yeah.
Form up on my position.
Sam, did you like the new
We'll
movie?
destroy those Cinder satellites.
The new It.
I'm right behind you.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
I assume that's what he's talking about.
I haven't seen the new It yet.
You really think you could?
I'm kind of at the point where it's getting difficult to get to the cinemas lately, but hopefully, because I'm going to stay with my mother-in-law, and, well, I'll probably have better access to certain places, I might be able to actually get to a cinema a lot easier.
It's not a cinema.
No, I mean to see other things.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just going to have to wait for the DVD.
Yes, you meant
of which I will watch and make Liz watch, and while she's screaming, go, "Bah, bah," and then she'll try and hit me because she hates that sound and hates the movement.
Yeah.
Wow.
He thinks it's really good. Yes, it's really good. I know it has its flaws, but it's still good, and it's...
Look, at the end of the day, it's it. And to be honest, when you consider it's a Stephen King thing, Stephen King works generally tend to be better when he's got nothing to do with them, I found.
Yeah.
It's a weird little thing, but you know, it's just kind of the way it is.
I mean, look at all the wonderful things people have done with his work when he's not involved.
The Shining, Shawshank Redemption, Misery.
Yeah.
All of them better when he's not involved.
Oh, Paul, you're a poet.
Oh, poor Becca. They're getting beaten at every opportunity. Everybody beats up there. Gotta escape. Come back here. That's my favourite. That's one of my favourite bits from the first one. Oh, that and the library scene. That was just for.
Probably going to be portrayed a lot more creepier in the new film.
Well, I like that even some of his later works did actually reference its existence, even when they wasn't directly involved. Like there were some movies where they passed through Maine, and it's reported that the main character at one point either claims to have seen, he saw a storm drain and saw what looked like a clown in there. Yeah.
And there's one where he was just driving past and there was a clown with a bunch of balloons standing by the roadside waving at him.
And of course there was a shrine to Pennywise in one of the other movies, in one of these other movies or books that he did as well. Or claiming Pennywise lives.
This is Danger 5, satellite down. We have a lot more to go.
You'll only see what your feeble minds can comprehend.
I just hope they do better with the spider.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, the giant spider.
Yeah.
A clown and a giant spider.
Acknowledged.
Spiders. I'm your spiders.
Yeah, we're with
What smells like urinated whiskey? Oh, I'm just playing the Stephen King drinking game. Oh my god, man! That's been known to kill people!
I just hope they don't get John Peters involved with that one.
They'll just turn Pennywise.
The Shining miniseries was awful. Yes, the Shining miniseries did only one thing better than the Kubrick version, and that was actually doing Jack a service as an actual character. Because the problem with Jack Nicholson is that he's terrifying. No matter what, even when he's sane, he's still terrifying. It's kind of one of the good things about him, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
Another satellite down. We're almost out of this.
And then you're gone for good, right?
I still think that Misery is a black comedy.
It is. It's funny. I mean, come on. She breaks his ankle. Stop him running away. And takes a movie way too damn seriously.
And everything she says is funny.
Honestly, I still think you could make a Sonic the Hedgehog parody out of that entire movie.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car!
I know what you did, you dirty birdie.
Once we clear out those satellites, our capital ship can broadside that destroyer.
Oh, thanks to Betsy.
What?
Scratch another satellite. Steer clear of that destroyer. Its cannons cut right through our shields. The smart move is to destroy the defensive systems first.
Copy that.
See. Shining miniseries was awful. Yeah. CGI was terrible. That's mostly because Stephen King was involved.
Okay. Oh, it's the second time I've done that.
Didn't he make a cameo as well?
Yes, he did. I think he was like the band player.
Yeah, I seem to remember him being part of some kind of
our capital ship
like
can broadside that
band
destroyer.
thing.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
Scratch another satellite. Steer clear of that destroyer. Its cannons cut right through our shields.
He just wanted to be.
Yeah, he wanted to do it right, but then again, have you seen Maximum Overdrive?
Copy that.
Oh god. The truck with the Green Goblin face. Yeah.
I know his intent was he was trying to scare people, but all he ended up doing was you can't create something terrifying with Lisa Simpson's voice.
No. And why the Green Goblin's face? I'm still questioning that. No one's giving me answers.
I don't know.
I'm not even sure there are any answers for them to give you.
Look, I just think maybe Stephen King thought it was scary.
He finds... Well, okay, in some ways the Green Goblin can be scary.
But on a truck.
But not on a truck.
No.
Satellite down. Sector's looking good.
Do we have any satellites left?
We'll handle the last of them. You take care of that Star Destroyer. Key reinforcements are here. Y-wing bombers.
Laptop just crashed. Shit.
Focus our fire on that Star Destroyer's shield array.
How's he sending messages?
Hey, you don't give orders here.
With his phone.
Focus fire on that Star Destroyer's shield array.
A twist.
Ties are targeting our bombers. Intercept them. Moving into support. Let's help them out.
The Knob Goblin.
Oh, God.
We've officially delved off the cliff in this particular area, haven't we?
Yes, he confirmed it's from his phone.
Once the shields are down, the restoration will finish the job. What? Our capital ship. It can't stand up to a destroyer on its own.
But it can finish the job with our help.
Copy that. More TIE fighters! Help me, take them down!
TIE fighters inbound. Let's take them down. First shield destroyed. Circling back for the other.
Yeah, in general, just when Stephen King's involved, it tends to not go good.
Yeah.
Hell, The Shawshank Redemption is still miles better. The movie is miles better than what he came up with.
Heads up! Enemy ships!
Has anyone ever seen Storm of the Century?
I don't think I have, no.
No, it's the only, like, thing he's ever done, ever contributed to television. I mean, it's not an adaptation from his books, he just specifically wrote it for television.
Right.
And he did release it in book form, but it was in script format. Yeah. And it is so bad.
Look, I've never been a fan of Stephen King's work in general because I found that most of his work tends to stem around a writer who can't get any work done.
But except in this one, it's like there's no writer in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's
a step up for him, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's a step in one amazing direction.
Yeah. And it's basically, it's like there's... But it is set in Maine.
Of course, it has to be set in Maine. That's one shot of whiskey.
Yep. And it's about there's this big storm coming, and it's caused by this one guy called Andre Leno, who is like this centuries-old wizard. And basically, what he wants, basically what he does, is that he knows people's deepest secrets, and he just shouts them out loud.
That sounds like a stupid concept.
He's like,
there
you
is
slept with that one guy.
So he's basically got Tourette's. So he's basically got Tourette's, but he's only but instead of shouting swear words or cusses, he's just shouting out people's secrets.
Well, kind of, but I think, but he's just not Tourette's, but it's just like he just enjoys doing it. And basically, it's like
I do.
what happens is that he puts any town he goes to, he puts in the middle of a storm, and it's like give me what I want and I will leave. They're like, and they're all like resisting him for like a minute. It's like, well, what does he want and all that? It's like, no, we shouldn't give him what he wants. Well, what does he want? Oh, we don't know. Then finally he's like, look, just gather everyone in the town hall and I will explain everything. So they do, and he's like, right, what I want is an apprentice. It's like, I'm getting too old for this, and I need someone to who I can teach magic to, and it has to be one of the children. And he's like, I put them in this
Stay close. I'll keep us safe.
Because all the children are unconscious, and they're like they're like in this portal world where they're like flying and all that. It's bad green screen CGI stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, right, this is what we're gonna do. In this bag we have some coloured stones, and there's like one particular stone that's different from all the others, and if you pick that one, that means I'm gonna take away that child, and it's the parents who have to pick.
Oh.
And wouldn't you know it, it's the main character's kid.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and they're like, and the main character is like the sheriff of the town. He's like, come on. We have to fight him. We can beat him. It's like, we can't beat him. He's a wizard. He's got magic and all that. And if we don't give him what he wants, he's just going to destroy the town and kill our kids. And it's like, come on, we can do this. And the town just give in to the wizard and say, okay, do it. Okay, we'll do this thing. And he's like, no. And it's like, and he selects. I think it's the mother who selects the stone, and he's like, okay, I'm going to take your son away, he's going to become my apprentice. And they're like, no, you can't do this, and he just picks up the son, and who willingly goes with him. He disappears, storm is over, and then it's like, it goes into like this big epilogue where it's like, sheriff divorced his wife over that little matter, and he moved to another town. And then in the crowd, he sees like years later, he sees like his son with the wizard, and he's like, "Please, he's like, can't remember the son's name. It's like, son, remember me? It's your dad." And then he just disappears, and then the end.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. Stephen King's main contribution to television.
Reinforcements! Don't let your guard down.
That's not adapted from any of his books.
I'm going to question his writing. Actually, I'm not. I kind of expect this stuff.
Although I will say this about Stephen King. He's right about Stephanie Meyer.
Really?
What did he say about her?
Oh, he just said saying, she's a terrible writer, and you know, says a bunch of shit about the Twilight books.
Well, she is a terrible
He's not wrong.
Yeah, well, he's not wrong there.
Nah, he is right.
Shields up.
Apparently he wrote an episode of The X-Files.
That does not surprise me.
Right, well, is it set in Maine? Did Mulder become an alcoholic?
Were there weird Christian values, or was there a creature that could not be explained in any conceivable way and never is?
Was there a writer in it?
You couldn't get any pissing work done?
Was there an abusive person in it?
Oh, are the bullies that are in literally every one of his works in it?
Yeah.
Is there someone who hates their dad?
Oh, that's literally every movie. That doesn't count.
Sorry?
That doesn't count. Literally, loads of it. The whole kids who hate their dads are just kind of a thing. In literally everything, they're not really limited to just Stephen King.
Yeah, but Stephen King seems quite fond of them.
No, that's true, I suppose. I'll have to check the rules of the Stephen King drinking game.
Good work. On to the next one.
It is set in Maine, said Pete.
Okay, it's set in Maine, so yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Stephen King.
Well, that's a shot.
Be able to stop the Empire.
Okay, I'm looking up the rules.
You literally dragged me away from the mission area then.
Oh, dick.
Let's see.
Enemy walker. I need a bomber.
I found it in TV tropes.
Okay.
But it should note that this drinking game has been known to kill people. TV Tropes is not responsible for causes of death or injuries occurred by playing this drinking game. Please drink responsibly. Okay. An unexplained evil force without justification for its existence. Bonus points for this evil force being extra-dimensional. A disabled child with magic powers.
Yep.
Bonus points for those powers to be psychic. The setting of the story taking place in Maine at some point. Bonus points if it takes place specifically in Derry or Castle Rock. The setting of the story taking place in a rural small town at some point. Bonus points if the seemingly normal small town hides horrible secrets. An antagonist without any redeeming qualities. Bonus points if they're childhood bullies. Details that teeter on the perverted. Bonus points if the children are involved.
It's your turn, Del.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. A racist remark. An atheist.
Keep them busy and stay alive.
Evil religious people espousing morality, especially when it comes to sex. Said evil religious people die. Abusive. Yeah. Abusive parents. Bonus points. Yeah. Bonus points if said parent is using their religious convictions to justify the abuse. Flashbacks.
That's pretty much all of it.
Yeah, it also says you can skip this if you're watching it.
Yeah, because that's like 90% flashback.
Yeah. Depraved homosexuals, bonus if they die.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Animals being hurt or killed.
Pet cemetery.
Yeah. A major character is either addicted to or recovering from an addiction to alcohol or drugs. A major character is a writer / poet / storyteller. Take an extra shot if it's the main character. An obnoxious nerdy character, usually wearing glasses, is an antagonist, villain, or other obstacle to endanger the main characters.
Great. Everyone to the palace. Del's going to get inside.
A reference to a previous King work. Bonus points for a reference to multiple works. Extra bonus if the work tries to refer to as many of King's books as possible. That just screams, buy my books.
Imperial forces are headed for the palace. Hold the line as long as you can.
An internal monologue which devolves into stream of consciousness. A sociologist appears to tell us about the consequences of the disaster at hand. And then it is bonus if the sociologist dies.
Yeah.
Gratuitous violence. Bonus points for body horror. Extra points for eye scream.
Hold the line as long as you can.
A cameo by King himself.
That's rare.
Yeah. Obscenely brutal bullies, either currently affecting a character or in a character's backstory. Bonus points if being a bully is part of the backstory of the villain, or one of them.
Yeah, the bullying thing is kind of one of my major issues with King's work.
They don't seem to have a reason for being bullies.
Not only that, they seem to be the same ones, but what the bullies from It seem to be exactly the same as the ones from Stand By Me.
Yeah. There is a cool older character that helps the main character in some way. Bonus if they have psychic powers. Extra bonus if they either die before or during the climax of the story, or are stated non-gallantly to have died after the main story has concluded itself. Well, The Shining. And that's it.
Well, there's a lot of liver problems coming out of that one.
Yeah. Good thing I don't drink anymore.
Or any
less.
I forgot Stand By Me with Stephen King. Yeah, it is hard to think about it, because there's no supernatural thing.
We're being overrun. Everyone fall back.
There is a, like, storyteller / writer.
Shields up.
Draw
their attention.
And a lot of the boys, when they grow up, die.
That is the morbid part of the entire movie, that they go to see a dead body, then come back, and then the guy spends the rest of his time talking about how all of them now are dead.
Yeah.
And how they died. Oliver Johnson never did walk again. He eventually slipped out of his chair and broke his neck. Seb one day bought his own bar. Unfortunately, he got stabbed at one night.
Maybe he just really doesn't like writing sequels.
Being overrun. Everyone fall back.
So he doesn't want to write sequels, so he just kills everybody so there isn't one. Unless they come back as ghosts.
Or cameo in one of his other books.
Yeah. Oh shit. Princess Leia really isn't doing too well.
Is that Princess Leia?
Yeah,
yep.
Apparently it's Princess Leia.
We're being overrun. Everyone fall back.
I forgot Naboo was still around.
Del,
yeah.
How's it going in there?
Working on it. Security protocols are surprisingly complex and outdated.
I forgot it existed.
It won't be
Well,
much.
it's only really in the Phantom Menace, and then you don't really hear much about it again. So yeah, I'll probably get the new It when it comes out on DVD, though I won't be able to watch it around Liz, so that'll be a thing.
Oh, Ian, you haven't answered my question. Jin or Rey? Star Wars protagonists, I imagine.
Jin or Rey?
You may want to revisit this after seeing The Last Jedi.
Yes, yeah. I've got to see it first. Yeah.
But right now, because I assume you've seen The Force Awakens, what would your answer be?
Del, how's it going in there?
Working on it. Security protocols are surprisingly complex and outdated.
We'll buy the time.
Jin or Rey?
Don't worry, Princess. It'll be enough.
How do you mean?
Which one do you prefer, I imagine? What?
I'll prefer, between the two of them.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Shield.
Sorry if I didn't answer you the first time. I didn't see the question.
Sorry, it's so the connection has just got shoddy. That jumped a little bit. I didn't hear anything you just said, Ian.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Security protocols are surprisingly complex and outdated.
We'll buy the time. It won't be much.
Don't worry, Princess. It'll be enough.
Okay, now it's stabilized, I think.
Oh, for God's sake. This campaign is hard.
Huh.
Pete says I like Rey better.
Well, hell, Ollie, at least it's not asking you for real money to continue.
Don't give him ideas.
We're being overrun. Everyone
So this game is literally just like them fighting off the remains of the Empire.
Del, how's it going in there?
Working on it. Security protocols are surprisingly complex and outdated.
We'll buy the time. It won't be much.
Don't worry, Princess. It'll be enough.
I gotta say, Rey's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If that answers the question.
Up the steps. Everybody go.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Still, it could be
Princess, the
worse.
pulse is almost ready.
We could be playing Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
Ollie, don't give yourself ideas.
You still haven't finished that yet.
Honestly,
No,
Ollie seems to have gone through the whole thing of just... it's just... Chain of Memories just seems to be too damn annoying, and he just hasn't really gotten the muse to do it, I think.
Yeah.
I think you should just skip ahead.
How's it going in there?
Well, I'm not going to do Riku's part of the story. I'll finish Sora's part. But apparently Riku's part doesn't really add much anyway, so...
Don't worry, Princess.
Riku's part only really adds the whole... He ends up in Castle Oblivion, but he's going the opposite way. He's going deeper into the castle, and he meets up with Ansem and... well, the original Ansem, and fights his own darkness so he can, you know, do all that stuff he does in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Shields up.
Basically, he's doing his bit so Sora can do all the stuff he can do in the second game.
And don't stop firing.
So it doesn't really add that much. And at this point, I think Ollie just wants to get it over with.
Yeah.
He seems very angry because he thought it was just going to be so simple.
Well, this is the one time I can blame bad game design for my not being able to finish it. That combat system is ridiculous.
I know.
It is.
I know.
Shield.
Whose bright idea was that anyway?
I don't know, but it's still continuing on for, you know, but just a 3D version of the version from the Game Boy Advance, so...
Even then that didn't work.
Security protocols are
It did
surprisingly
not.
complex
Yeah.
and outdated.
I mean, what would you do if you met the person who came up with that idea?
Don't worry,
Punch him in the
Princess.
dick.
It'll be enough.
Oh, this is a good hack. Just stand inside the shield so that your arm comes out of it.
Okay.
Up the steps. Everybody go.
So I'm still in the shield, and so can't be hit. Well, I can be, but they have to be very precise.
No, Billy D. Williams needs to be in another Star Wars.
Good. Because we're running out of places to take cover. Don't let them get up these stairs. Keep them away from the gates, and don't stop firing.
I mean, the last Star Wars related movie he did was, well, anything with Star Wars in it he did was the Lego movie. Where he reprised as well as Lando.
Shield.
And then he reappeared in the Lego Batman movie as Two-Face. Which I thought was great.
Yeah, that's a fun little reference.
Yeah. I even bought the Billy D. Williams Two-Face for Lego.
Surprisingly complex and outdated.
We'll buy the time. It won't be much.
Don't worry, Princess. It'll be enough.
I personally think he would have been cool.
Well, he originally only took the role of Harvey Dent in the Batman movies because he was promised that he would eventually get to play Two-Face, and then they replaced him with Tommy Lee Jones.
Who sucked.
Yes.
Apparently he didn't get on well with Jim Carrey.
Jim was I didn't enjoy Jim as the Riddler.
No, he was awful.
Princess, the pulse is almost ready.
A lot of people are saying he should play the Joker.
Oh god, no.
No.
Tommy Lee Jones was just trying to upstage Jim Carrey, says he.
While completely ignoring what Two-Face is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Plus, I thought he was too old for Two-Face.
We're being overrun. Everyone fall back.
Apparently, the original creator of Batman, Bob Kane, said that Val Kilmer was his favourite Batman.
Well,
It won't be much.
he's wrong.
Don't worry, Princess.
Yeah, a Batman
I know
who
it's a matter
constantly
of
has
opinion, but he's wrong.
Yeah, a Batman who constantly has his mouth open.
Up the steps. Everybody go.
Yeah, it's like. Apparently, after Batman and Robin, when they were making another Batman movie, they wanted Val Kilmer to come back. Yeah, it was going to be like because they said they were going to go the serious route, but Val says he will only do it if they do it the silly way again.
What, like Batman and Robin?
Yeah.
Shield.
Well, I'm as sick as anyone of grim, dark, super self-serious DC Comics movies. But I don't think we need another Batman and Robin.
Del, how's it going
I think we're having a nice. We've been having a nice little break. We were having a nice little break from Batman in general because we were oversaturated with him for so goddamn long.
It won't be much.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Ben Affleck's not going to do the solo Batman movie.
No, they're saying aren't the casting choices between Jake Gyllenhaal and
John Hamm.
John Hamm, that was what. I can, like I said before, I can see John Hamm as Bruce Wayne, but whether or not he'd make a good Batman is still, well, I'd have to see it.
And they did say that if they do the new Batman movie, that Deathstroke will be the villain.
Yeah.
Don't let them get up these stairs.
That
Keep
could
away
work,
from
I
the gate
guess.
And don't stop firing.
Princess, the pulse is almost ready.
Good, because we're running out of place.
Ah! This is getting frustrating now.
Yeah. I'm still up for Leonardo DiCaprio as the Joker.
Oh, yes.
As long as we don't get Jared Leto back.
I doubt it.
Shield.
But it does bring Suicide Squad 2 into question. Whether they're going to go.
Already, Suicide Squad 2 is already in question as to whether it's going to happen anymore. Last I heard, they're seriously questioning it because everything they've done at this point has been considered a failure. But Justice League, the failure of Justice League screwed up all their plans because they could at least justify, as terrible as Suicide Squad was, they could at least justify it. The same, even Man of Steel didn't do anywhere near as bad, and Batman vs Superman, which is considered awful.
Man of Steel did pretty well.
Up the steps. Everybody go.
By their opinion, by their standards, it did well enough. It wasn't considered. It wasn't, considered. It wasn't considered a complete failure by them. It might not have been critically acclaimed, but they still considered it okay.
Apparently, audiences are very divided on The Last Jedi. I understand why they would be. Personally, the bits a lot of people are gonna hate, I fucking loved. There were a lot of risks taken.
Peter said two interesting things. He says he likes Batman and Robin for what it is.
Yeah. I can understand enjoying Batman and Robin, but, you know, it's not a good film.
Yeah. And he says no one can top Heath Ledger's Joker, except Mark Hamill.
I think maybe Heath Ledger's Joker gets a little... people are a little attached to Heath Ledger's Joker. And you can understand why. It was a really unique take on the character, and he died before he could reprise it, which is tragic. He only got that Oscar because he was dead. That is not to say he doesn't deserve it. He did. but they would not have given it to him if he was alive. Because the Academy doesn't like superhero movies. They didn't even consider The Dark Knight for the Best Picture nomination, even though it was a better film than any of the other nominees. I don't even remember what won it.
I mean, apparently the BAFTAs are okay with superhero movies.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, because they gave because wasn't it Tom Holland won an award for Best Newcomer.
Yeah. Well, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, I think that's what the full thing is, only likes one kind of movie.
Yeah. They like touchy-feely pictures.
Biopics especially.
Yeah.
Del, how's it going in there?
Working on it. The security protocols are surprisingly complex and outdated.
We'll buy the time. It won't be
I mean, it was actually considered a really big upset when Lord of the Rings won Best Picture with Return of the King, even though it was the clear choice.
Yeah.
Up the steps. Everybody
And there were rumours that they made the Best Animated Film Oscar so that they wouldn't have to give Best Picture to an animated film.
That's kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
They don't like comedies either.
The pulse is almost ready.
Yeah.
Good, because we're running out of places to take cover.
There was a song at the Oscars by Will Ferrell and Jack Black called "A Comedian at the Oscars." Yeah, and basically about how comedies never win them.
Yeah.
Don't let them get up these stairs.
Mind you, I don't really think Jack Black belongs in that song. No, I like Jack Black enough.
Yeah, he's
kind of dropped
in,
off the radar lately, hasn't he?
Well, he's doing a TV show.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a TV show for Netflix.
Oh.
It's called The Polka King. He plays like a Polish polka player.
Ah. I see.
Plus, he was in the new Jumanji movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That actually looks alright. I didn't think I'd be saying that, but the new Jumanji looks okay. Oh, I've done it. I have done it.
Very good.
Finally. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. Their blasters don't work. Quick, hit him with stones.
Oh no, droid!
Ow.
Andy was in the Goosebumps movie. I don't know whether that was a good thing. I don't know, I haven't seen the film.
I've seen it. It's okay, in my opinion. It's not terrible, but it's okay. I mean, I like it better than the TV show.
Yeah.
I just don't think he should have played a dual role.
You've done a lot of damage to this alliance.
I mean, because he was R.L. Stein and the voice of Slappy.
And there's no excuse for it.
Watching you fight today, it's clear you're not just running from the Empire. This means something to you.
It does. We've been fighting our whole lives. It's taken us too long to realize that we were fighting for the wrong side. This war is far from over. We would like to help you, if you'll let us.
People like you, the reason hope can prevail. Hope is the reason we're going to win.
Leia looks better in this than she did in Rogue One.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
CGI in Rogue One. I mean,
I didn't think it was that bad. The technology is clearly new, but...
Well, they're having to digitally replicate what she looks like, 30, 40 years ago.
Senator Organa. It's been a while.
You know, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where you see younger Kurt Russell?
Chasing after an Imperial fleet.
Yes.
Apparently that wasn't CGI. It was all makeup.
One of our generals has gone.
It's very good makeup.
Yeah.
He isn't answering his call. I need you to find Han Solo.
Takadana. Oh, that's Maz Kanata's planet. Maz Kanata's castle. Well, I doubt she owns the planet, but that's the planet where she lives. I thought it worked. Tarkin looked good. The CGI Peter Cushing looked good, though, says Pete. Seb and Pete would disagree with you, Sam.
Well, 7 Pete are wrong.
Not until you pay for the last one.
Come on. It's Maz Kanata. And bearded Han Solo.
Where's my Wookiee?
Solo. Like the ice cream?
Long-range communicator took a hit back on Jomar.
You never bring him around anymore.
You make him nervous.
You two are up to something.
Yeah, next year is going to be the Han Solo movie.
Business goes through me.
It's also going to star Michael Rooker.
Imperial turncoat.
Michael Rooker. I know the name, Michael Rooker. That was, Yondu.
Yeah.
Bring the Empire to my doorstep.
You know I always cover my tracks. Come on now. Help me out. Help Chewie.
Oh, is he going to shoot first?
I don't know your man, but
I'll shoot you all
and
first.
you may find that this crowd
Han,
is
stop shooting people first. I can't help it. I hate you. I know.
The Greedo comes along.
So it's long enough after Jedi for him to have a beard.
I owe you.
Apparently.
You owe me more than that, Han Solo. And
Why does he have a beard?
Is that the actual actress who
My
plays
guess
Maz?
is the war is over.
I don't know. Right. We've started a new mission, but we're close to the 2-hour mark, so what do you guys reckon? Do we do one more and go over, or do we call it here?
What do you think, Ian?
One more mission, maybe?
Alright, cool. Now,
Okay,
I'm
let's
just
do it.
gonna need to step outside for a bit. Take a break. I'll come back and we'll start the new mission. Like say, intermission for a bit. I'll be back in a second.
So yeah, I'm working on the finishing touches to some more of the female characters, so I'll put them up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Just working on Victoria Styles.
I think I might actually do Gentleman Jim next.
Oh, sweet. You've still got to make Grandpa, remember?
Yeah.
Grandpa.
Was Sam singing the Monty Python intermission? Yes, he was.
Yes, I was.
I wonder if they're going to be serving ice creams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, down my way, they have an old-fashioned cinema.
Nice. We went to a cinema in a truck once.
Hmm.
There was like this big, like, trailer, Optimus Prime style trailer, and you went in the back, and there was like this big, like, cinema screen in there.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, this one is like proper like 1920s look.
Nice. Do you still have the ushers?
Yeah, they still have the ushers. They have like a guy playing an organ.
Nice.
And they serve like ice creams and that during the breaks.
Sweet.
Yeah. The last time I went there, I saw Kung Fu Panda 3. I'd love to go back there someday.
Well, Ollie's back.
Yay.
No, we have awkward silences over. Hey! Sorry, I just had to step out for a bit, right? Okay. Han Solo has appeared. Huh.
Wild Han Solo has appeared.
And he also has a beard.
Han Solo used shoot first. It's debatable.
Alright, God.
Yeah, I'd definitely say he shot first.
Good to see you.
Is that Greedo?
No.
After you left me stranded during the Zerka job?
He fucking shot first.
Come on, it all worked out. Must have, because here you are.
Back off. Find your pal Dora on your own. You two can talk about your stupid beards.
So he's a bearded guy. Got it.
Oh, Heroes Diet wants to know more about the truck story.
Oh. Oh. Who wants to know about the truck?
Heroes Night.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it on the really big podcast before. Oh yeah.
Yeah, how you doing?
Basically, I went up to Betty Hill, which is really far up north in Scotland, and we were in a really, really, really rural village.
Yeah.
And every so often, this truck would come into the village that basically it was like a mobile cinema, and it would like open up, and you'd like go in and you'd be able to watch movies. It's how I got my wife and the rest of my family to watch the Lego movie when it first came out.
Cool.
Yeah, well, you and me had already seen it before.
I took you to see the Lego movie.
Yeah, well, I did, but I know you took me to see the Lego movie, and Liz went to see the Lego movie as well, but I mean, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law got to see it.
I can get you all the money you want. But the first thing
You know, you look just like a friend of mine, name of Aldora.
You think I look like that idiot drinking Marinzane Gold?
He can afford to drink Marinzane Gold?
Must be nice, right?
It was like
Huh.
It's just a race. Do this. One quick tune-up and you can take the championship.
Hey, Mr. Paldora. Long time no see. My Wookiee pal was just asking about you.
You must be confusing me with that insufferable man upstairs.
My mistake.
I remember on the yeah. I remember in the Lego Indiana Jones, if you do you can like play as Han Solo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Han Solo. I'm Imperial
Would you spend all your time killing short round?
It is a pleasure to finally
No.
meet you.
Oh, I did.
Oh, right.
There's nothing wrong with short round.
I don't know, there was just something satisfying about punching him off a cliff.
Come on, we need to get you out of here.
If you want to punch someone off a cliff, punch Willie off a cliff.
I suppose.
I mean, short round didn't bother me.
You've got to be kidding me.
And if you, I remember in the Lego Star Wars game, it's like if you watch the Lego Indiana Jones trailer, you unlock Indiana Jones.
Free the Wookiees? Wookiees are in trouble?
Imperial officers like to talk.
Chewie.
Plays and whatnot, particularly for one gentleman.
You mean
If you know.
the Wookiees are in trouble? Does this have anything to do with Life Day?
Huh. Life Day.
Shall we?
I'm trying not to remember anything about the Star Wars Christmas special.
Stir, whip, 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 stir. Stir, whip, whip, stir.
Mr. Solo, let's leave.
I mean, I will admit that part did make me chuckle. Only because it's Harvey Korman.
Yeah.
I assume this is your fault?
Usually is.
But I think the one part I just can't get over is Chewie's granddad masturbating
Right.
to that human woman.
I stashed the first data cube at a generator just ahead.
I mean, I don't think that was the intention, but it just looked like it.
Bring the intel with you, huh?
Huh.
Mr. Solo, I'm a covert.
Stormtroopers, stay quiet. We gotta
What
take
about the droid attack and the Wookiees?
This blaster's just for show. I never learned to shoot.
Great.
I see an officer. Get them, Han Solo. Please don't be dead.
Huh.
Come on, show them all. Show them all that you shot first.
I stashed the first data cube at a generator just ahead.
Han Solo was the only one who shot at all. There was no first about it.
Of course, yes.
Stay quiet. We gotta take him out.
No, you do. This blaster's just for show. I never learned
I mean, Greedo?
Great.
Don't make us laugh.
Get them, Han Solo.
And those are not stormtroopers.
Damn it.
No, they're aiming too well.
They're probably one of those clone ones.
Yeah, the Empire, from what I understand, didn't like using them towards the end.
Well, I think the template became diluted or something.
Well, there was a variety of reasons they stopped using them. They just wanted to, they just didn't want to, do the whole, make using clones anymore. They just didn't, and they wanted to add.
Well, they
like,
couldn't make them quick enough.
Stormtroopers, stay
So
quiet.
they just hire anyone from the streets.
Yeah.
Well, I think apparently the places that made them, one of the first things the Empire did was literally make sure no more clones could be made, so they kind of tried to destroy it, but then that the people who were making the clones kind of kept a few for themselves as kind of bodyguards, but that didn't go very well. And some clones ended up becoming unique, so they defected. There's a whole load of shit that went on. Over here, by the banyan trees.
Who's annoying?
That guy's annoying. Which guy? Oh, do you mean the guy that's following me?
Well, Hero's Knight says that guy is annoying.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
See you around, kid.
See you around, kid. Has anyone seen the new trailer for Gotham?
No.
I haven't seen Gotham yet.
Well, it's a mixed bag, really.
Right.
I mean, there are some good moments and there are some bad moments.
Don't shoot me!
I mean, the Penguin is good. I mean, it's an awesome penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Riddler's good. And the guy who's supposedly the Joker is good.
Yeah.
But we all reckon he really is the Joker. Or going to be.
I see.
Yeah.
But this is about Jim Gordon and not Batman.
Yeah, Jim's like the hero in it. Well, although Bruce is in it, but he's like a kid.
Right.
Yeah, and so it's like although he does play some parts in it, because recently he I think he was kidnapped by Ra's al Ghul.
Right.
And I think he ended up firing Alfred.
Oh wow.
Because he was brainwashed.
Nothing here.
Oh, I see.
And recently, the recent villain in the new series is Professor Pig.
Oh god.
Who's played by the guy who played the Thing in the Fantastic Four movies.
Michael Chiklis.
Yeah. And he's very good.
Oh.
I mean, it's an improvement.
Right.
It's like, yeah, he totally nailed Professor Pig.
Ah. He was creepy.
Yes, he was.
He's a very creepy character. So creepy, the Joker even said, "I'll release you first."
Where's the Kashyyyk intelligence?
I'll release you first.
You must have good intel if they're sending this many troopers after you.
The Empire is in worse shape than anyone realizes.
Oh no. Oh no. Mother wouldn't like that. Pig is God! Pig is here to fix it all.
That's all great, but what about Kashyyyk? Are you sure
Oh, Ian, your voice acting. Wonderful.
Yeah. It's funny because the guy who voiced Professor Pig in Arkham Knight is the guy who played Murdoch in the A-Team.
Oh god.
What, in the new one? Or
The old series.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's also in that cartoon, Chowder.
Huh.
If you've seen that.
I haven't now.
Well, oh yeah, he was also in the English version of Yakuza.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, as the computer guy.
Oh, the what's his name? The one in the surveillance room.
Yeah.
The florist. That's what he's called.
Cage the florist.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm pretty sure it's Kage.
Kage. Yeah, the guy that was in purgatory. Then he got moved up to the police.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's funny because that Yakuza kind of has a Kingdom Hearts connection.
Sorry?
Go on.
Yeah, because the girl who plays the bartender does the voice of Tifa.
Ah.
In the English version, and of course Mark Hamill is in it, and he was in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Oh, Yakuza also has a Dragon Ball connection in the Japanese version.
Yeah. And in the English version, the guy voices Inspector Date, voices Goofy.
In the Japanese version, the person who voices, I think her name is Yuri, the one that dies in the first one.
Yeah.
Bartender, is Hiromi Tsuru, who died recently, unfortunately, but she was the voice actress for Bulma from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Have you seen the 1994 Fantastic Four? Is that the cartoon?
That's the one that wasn't ever supposed to be released, I believe.
Yeah, that one that was, is still considered to be the best Fantastic Four movie, even though it was intentionally made. It was made to be, wasn't it like made to be bad?
Oh, give it until Marvel proper does a reboot of it now that they can.
Yeah. Yes, Bill Farmer. Yeah. It's kind of funny listening to Inspector Date in the English version. It's just like listening to Goofy swear.
Does he sound like Goofy?
He does, yeah. Just without the southern accent. In fact, has anyone played the Sam & Max games?
No,
I don't think I have, no.
Ah. One of the original... Well, in the very original one, which is the... Is it the LucasArts version? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be that one.
Yeah, the LucasArts one. Bill Farmer voices Sam in that. And it's that voice and it's the very same voice he uses for Inspector Date. Still kind of sounds like Goofy, but except he sounds like a New Yorker.
I'm having trouble separating Goofy from the accent in my head.
I suppose if you listen to it, you have to listen to it to actually believe it.
Yeah.
It's funny because he also did the voice of the fight announcer in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Chewie, get the Falcon ready. We gotta get out of here quick.
Yeah.
What do I do? Shut up and run, would you, pal? I'll hold them off. Just get the ship ready to fly. Don't touch it.
Yeah. Here's an idea for the Fantastic Four, the new Fantastic Four movie. Don't do an origin story.
Okay.
Yeah, we all know how they got their powers.
Yeah, you've done it twice. The same as Spider-Man, so no need for it. And just have them. Don't give them their own movie yet. Have them appear in another superhero movie.
Like Spider-Man, basically. Do what you did with Spider-Man is the idea.
Yeah.
What about the X-Men?
Yeah,
Do you
it
think they should
works.
start off with their own movie?
They've had like 10 of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do you think they should just be like mentioned? Their whole existence should just be mentioned at one point?
Well, I think when after the Infinity Wars, because the world's going to change, so the X-Men will probably be able to fit into it.
Well, when was the latest X-Men movie in the timeline? Because, well, it was Logan, which is in the future. But you could easily have one of the X-Men branching timelines, which are needlessly confusing, just have happened shortly before the MCU did.
Inferno Squad is here to help.
Boy, am I glad to see you. What brings you out here, Commander?
You do, General. Senator Organa sent us.
A lot of people say they want Tom Hardy to be the new Wolverine.
Tom Hardy. Can't say I can't see it.
Oh, Peter's going.
See you, Pete.
See ya.
Oh, Joey.
Although I'd like to see Nathan Fillion as Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think they need to give him the costume.
You're clear on the ground, but we got bad guys and ties on the way.
Just once it would be nice if they didn't put up a fight.
Where's the fun in that, General?
Well, since they've got the rights to the Fantastic Four, that surely means they've got the rights to Galactus.
Yeah, they've got the rights to Galactus, the Submariner, you know, all that stuff.
They've got the rights to Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch as Magneto's kids back.
Which I doubt they'll, you know, retcon that.
Han Solo. Hey, Maz. I always cover my tracks. That's what you said. Now there are ships over my lake.
I can explain.
Don't explain. Just leave this mess.
Oh yeah.
I would never blame you, Chewbacca.
And you might just get your Captain Britain.
Yeah.
General, we're focusing fire on that cruiser.
Now that they've got the rights to Betty Braddock.
Maz won't like that at all.
By the power of Merlin.
Inferno Squad, form up on me. Enemy
Oh, and then we might get Union Jack.
I see him. Proton torpedoes already.
But they already have had Union Jack.
Well, you know, Britishisms. I'm just thinking of British things.
You don't get more British than Captain Britain.
Yeah, Captain Britain, Union Jack. Can't get more British.
Not after that shipyard assault a year back. This YG-1300 freighter you've got is something.
Yeah,
But its hyperdrive fails.
he needs yeah, to introduce Captain Britain, he needs to appear in a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to appear as Spider-Man's roommate at college.
Oh, damn it. Want to squad up? I want to be in his ring. Cool, I'm not really playing the multiplayer at the moment, but I'm just streaming the campaign.
Always cover my tracks. That's what you said. Now there are ships over my lake. I can explain. Don't explain.
Yeah, I think, and then,
I would never blame you, Chewbacca.
yeah, during the movie, it's like, Brian mentions his sister.
General, we're focusing fire on that cruiser. You with us?
Yeah, let's put him in the bottom of the lake. Oh, Mars won't like that at all.
He's like, oh yeah, because my sister's also in America. She's studying at a special school.
Oh, bugger.
I don't care if Mars is on the comm. I don't want to talk to her right now. Han Solo. Hey, Mars. I always cover my tracks. That's what you said. Now there are ships over my lake. I can explain. Don't explain. Just this mess. I would never blame you, Chewbacca.
General, we're focusing fire on that cruiser. You with us?
Yeah, let's put him in the bottom of the lake. Oh, Mars won't like that at all.
But yeah, I put up a spoiler-free review of The Last Jedi on my blog.
I see him. Proton torpedoes already.
I'm gonna go into it in more detail because my next post is gonna be ranking all of the Star Wars movies. I know there are technically only 9, but I'm gonna count the Clone Wars animated movie just this once to round out the numbers. Because if the Star Wars movie list was a party, then the Clone Wars is the guest you only invite to round out the numbers.
Yeah.
Nobody cares, Figures. You were only invited to round out the numbers.
Will that include the holiday special?
Oh, I'm not talking about them.
Get him out of my cockpit. No, wait. I'll behave.
I haven't actually seen the holiday specials.
You haven't seen the Star Wars holiday special?
No, I haven't.
It has to be seen to be believed.
No, come on. Come on, Ian, have a heart. We suffered, he doesn't have to.
I kind of have a soft spot for it, the same way Peter and Heroes Night have a soft spot for Batman and Robin. I mean, I accept it as ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, actually, it might go above the Clone Wars animated movie then.
Oh, I saw that at the cinema.
I didn't see it at the cinema, but I did see it. I mean, the Clone Wars series was occasionally watchable.
Which Clone Wars series?
You know, the animated one. Oh, they were both. The 3D one. The one that the Clone Wars movie was a pilot for.
Oh, the 3D one.
Yeah. The 2D one was probably better. Well, it was better because the episodes were short. Genndy Tartakovsky is an excellent visual storyteller.
And plus, no one has seen like the last movie.
Yeah. No one has seen the last movie. Sorry?
Yeah, because none of the staff actually saw like the final like prequel movie when they introduced. Yeah, because in that series they introduced. General Grievous is in it, and in that cartoon he had a cool voice.
Yeah, and well, that was before Revenge of the Sith came out.
Yeah. And then when we did hear his voice in the film, it was like, what the fuck?
I like that they brought Grievous into the live-action film, though. I like that they took the character from the thing most people wouldn't have seen, and just assumed that people knew who he was.
Yeah.
Let's get you back to the fleet.
Actually, I've got something else in mind. Chewie's sending the coordinates now.
Roger that. See you there.
Just be sure you do come back.
Don't worry. You can't get rid of us that easily. She's all yours,
General
Commander.
distress.
I'm telling you, Gal, whatever you did to this droid, it's not right. I just fixed it. You can't blame me if it likes you now.
Inferno Squad. Shriv, I haven't seen you since Lando volunteered you for this. How you been?
Wonderful, Senator.
What's on your mind, Commander?
According to Peldora's intel, my father has been running operations on Bespin and Sullust. I'd like your permission to find him and capture him.
You don't report to me, Ida.
A fleet command might not approve us undertaking such a personal mission.
Ah, well, we can't have an Imperial Admiral out there reinforcing the fleet, can we? I'd appreciate you bringing him in, Commander.
Yes, ma'am.
And may the Force be with you.
Sam says, I like General Grievous, but he's pointless.
I think the Clone Wars cartoon hyped him up too much.
According to Peldora's intel, my father's been refueling his fleet at Chinook Station for months.
Yeah.
Our old friend Hask is overseeing the operation. If we can capture him and shut down the station, we'll strike a solid blow to the Empire.
Not to mention, Hask could be the key to finally tracking down the Admiral.
If we're lucky.
So, Caravan of Courage, the holiday special, there is only one, right?
Wow, take a look at all these Beldons.
I think it's cute you study a planet's
That's the only Ewoks one.
Hey, if they make the Tabana gas the Empire needs, then Beldons are mission
The
critical.
Ewoks one, so there are two.
Yeah.
You know, if we find your father,
There's one with Ewoks, and the other is like the Star Wars holiday special.
We'll get him this time.
It's about Chewbacca trying to get home to his family,
I was actually curious about what afterwards.
and the antics the family gets up to.
So is this... What medium is this? Is it live action? Is it animated?
It's live action, yeah, with like the original cast.
Bloody hell.
You've been to those places.
As a soldier, I want to see them when they're free.
That actually sounds really nice.
Life Day.
Yeah.
There's the landing pad.
And Princess Leia sings.
Sorry?
And Princess Leia sings.
Ah.
And it's even got like pointless skits in it as well.
Oh, I already started the mission. Oh, I suppose I might as well finish it.
It's got like pointless skits with Harvey Korman dressed as a woman, like doing a cooking show.
Right.
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird shit going on.
And there's one with B. Arthur.
How long is it? Is it movie length or?
It's a TV special length.
So it's about an hour long.
Hask will be in the
So,
Overseer's
yeah,
Tower on the main
yeah.
level. We'll have to find a turbo lift to get there.
But it's an absolute fucking mess of a thing.
It is.
Always do.
Apparently it's the one thing George Lucas hates. As the nostalgia critic, the Duck is okay. He thinks Jar Jar Binks is okay, and he thinks Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is okay, but this one is not okay.
Get him, Del.
Yeah. Can I assume the Clone Wars movie is the worst? You can, yes. So, because I don't understand the hate for Jar Jar.
Don't understand the hate for Jar. One thing he's annoying, and the other one is that he's responsible for all the shit that went down. He was the one that got Senator Palpatine elected.
Yeah.
Nice going, Jar Jar.
I thought what they did with him in the new EU was, the new expanded universe was appropriate. And also fittingly meta.
Yeah.
The kids think he's funny, but the adults hate him. It's sad that Christopher Lee couldn't even save the Clone Wars movie. I'm not sure he was even in it.
Couldn't even save the Clone Wars. I think he was as a voice, but
what?
It was him as a voice, but for the he didn't appear in the series.
Ah, right. There's my confusion then.
Yeah. Also, Samuel L. Jackson was in it. Yes, Samuel L. Jackson was in it, yeah. But not in the series.
Yeah.
Those are like the only two actors they could manage to get.
Right. We're asking where his super suit was.
Master Yoda, where's my super suit?
But yeah, if you get a chance to go out and see The Last Jedi, do it. Because you need to see this one unspoiled.
I know. I'll go see it.
Yes, we're making plans.
Yeah, but you see, you won't, sir.
Look, the thing is, I've got to be able to get that. The thing is, I'm not likely to see it while I'm still here. I'm more than likely to go see it if there's a cinema around where my in-laws live. There is.
When would that be? Because how long are you gonna have to avoid the internet?
Look, I'll be fine. I'll avoid what I can. I'm not as finicky with spoilers as you are.
I don't care. They will ruin this particular one.
Was that guy waving at you?
It is possible.
Why do sniper shots to the gut do nothing in this game?
I don't know. You'd expect them to at least keel over a little and go, ah, stings.
It was nice seeing a Star Wars movie and not knowing what was going to happen. Yeah, that's true. Because the thing about the prequels is that you knew how they inevitably had to end.
Yeah, you just didn't know the journey up to it. I mean, you didn't know that Anakin was going to go back to Tatooine and, kill a few Tuskens.
Not just the
and
men.
You didn't know... And you didn't know that the universe was going to be fucked over by a stupid fish man.
Don't just stand there, soldier. Let's get a move on.
Get ready, Del. Knowing Hask, he'll put up a fight.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm just hoping they do another Spaceballs movie.
They are.
Oh,
the
they
second
are.
movie is in. Yeah, the second movie is already in production.
Is it called Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money?
I don't know.
It has to be.
I know it has to be. It should be. Because calling it anything else would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, asked, what's your favourite Star Wars character name? Mine might be Kit Fisto.
Yeah.
That's such a porn star name.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll meet again in Spaceballs 2, The Quest for More Money.
Or Yarl Poof.
I'm amazed how busy this station is.
Did you know Randy Savage is Jewish?
Their resources are
Well,
just
No.
marveling at the might of the Empire,
Yeah.
sir. Rebels don't stand a chance.
Randy Savage was Jewish on his mother's side, and by the rules, if it's Jewish on your mom's side, you're a Jew no matter what.
This is Governor Adelhard. Droid, we're at the tower. You ready? See you up top.
Apparently.
Commander's up there now, wrapping things up.
I found out the other day on the Wrestling with Rectet the top
Where is
6
everyone?
greatest Jewish wrestlers.
Did you really think it would be so easy?
you know, for a second there, yeah, I kinda did.
If it were up to me, I'd deal with you personally. But I have responsibilities now. And taking care of you is no longer one of them. And my item.
No, we can't let him get away.
That Star Destroyer. That must be Hask's.
So much for that plan.
Look out!
Run, Del. Get off the platform.
You know what my niece calls R2-D2?
What?
Silly robot.
That sounds like a Chinese translation.
It's like every time he appears on the screen, she goes, "Silly robot." Oh man, it really upsets her dad because it's his favourite droid.
Yeah.
That must be Hask's.
So much for that plan.
You're the one who called my daughter R2-D2. Ah, is he burning brightly, Daddy?
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite South Park things.
Have you seen Backstroke to the West? Describe it like.
Why does it sound like a swimming movie?
Right, well, when Revenge of the Sith came out, there were pirated versions of it, one of which had subtitles that were apparently translated from Chinese and then back into English. This caused the word fuck to appear 4 times in the subtitles and changed Vader's translation of no to do not want.
Yes.
There is a video on YouTube where people have done this to the entire script and dubbed it over. And it's the whole film with those, with that kind of a script to it. Anakin is called Ala Gold. He's also occasionally called the Peaceful is Willing to. Obi-Wan is called Ratio Tile. The Chancellor becomes Mr. Speaker. Get help, you're no match for him. He's a Sith Lord. Becomes you be careful. He is a big. Mr. Speaker, we are for the big. So yeah, backstroke to the west. YouTube it sometime.
I'm looking it up.
R2, do you is fucking.
Ollie, remember when we got when I bought Fist of the North Star?
Yeah.
On eBay, and we got the whole we got basically the Chinese version that had been translated from Japanese to Chinese, then right back to English.
Yeah.
And it had things like "Do not rape our water."
The Fang Clan just became the teeth.
Yes, and of course, Ken-O became Boxer King.
Boxer King?
Yeah, he pretty much became Boxer King.
So much for that plan.
Oh, I've got the
Well, technically Ken meant fist, so that's where they got the connection. So it wasn't completely wrong.
Oh, I've got the opening crawl subtitles to Backstroke of the West.
Alright, read them out.
Okay. War came. The Republic encountered two squares. Fight the Remnants. The probity fills the void. The Space General of the Alliance is skillful. Kidnap the D, the Speaker, the Conduct. The proper abruption Alliance troops tries ratio prosperous drive with the and
situation warriors.
And that's all I can find of that. The characters, but the characters are here. Oh yeah, Padme is called Plumov, or it gets the rice. C-3PO was called Blow the Skin. Chewbacca's called Dragalong. Count Dooku is called This Time Ran to Do Not Drop.
So basically they mistranslated the entire movie.
Yeah. Or just the drop.
I could honestly tolerate that entire movie. I could tolerate the movie more with, things going, with him going, do not want.
And General Grievous is called Space General.
That's just late. That's just kind of actually what I expected.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi is called the Willing to Compares, or Ratio the Tile, and just Ratio Tile. General Grievous also calls him Section Ratio General, which seems to mean General Kenobi, and Bail Organa calls him Section Pulls the Ratio. Palpatine's called...
When I hear Ratio the Tiles, I suddenly just think of someone talking about measuring out a bathroom.
Yeah.
Instead of saying Jedi scum, General Grievous just says smelly boy.
That takes away from the seriousness.
That's like children insulting each other on a playground. Palpatine's called Mr. Speaker, or Speaker D, or sometimes just called D. R2-D2 is called Reach the Man. And Anakin's called the peaceful is willing to, or a la Gold. Darth Vader is called Reaching the West of Reaches. Luke is called See Me.
Right.
Yoda is called Vanquish Is, or particularly Reach the Master. And Tarful is called See Again. And then we have the terminologies. Sith Lord is called South Host. Sith is West and the Big. Jedi Council is called Presbyterian Church.
Oh God.
Hopeless Situation Presbyterian, or Hopeless Situation Parliament. Jedi Knight is called Hopeless Situation Warrior.
Yeah.
Jedi Temple, Hopeless Situation Temple. Galaxy is called the Milky Way. Spacecraft is called Airship. Buzz droids are airship robots. Escape pods are called First Aid. The Force is called Wish Power, or Original Dint. Dark Side of the Force, Dark World, and the Black Influence. Sand people are called Pathetic People. Confederacy of Independent Systems / the Separatists are called Abruption Doctrine.
Yeah.
And then you have the words and phrases. Do not want means no. And then there's good elephant.
What?
Good elephant. It means
What's that translated from?
Seems like, it seems, apparently. and then there's Smelly Boy, which you've already said.
Jedi scum.
And strong and big, powerful. Fuck to do. On the hoof. This phrase is used every time someone's supposed to say alive, i.e., is the baby on the hoof? And I guarantee to you, as long as he is on the hoof, the Parliament will support the war by voting. But we will account, then account, which means spring the trap. I think I can then extrication he too, which means I sense Count Dooku. Resemble the last time means next move. We must go out. We must be everywhere in search of. We don't want to get out. We want to get moving. R2, telephone quickly. The steps is here. R2, activate elevator 31174. Pull the name out of the gram, Republic with the space, in the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic. The disgusting thing came means flying is for droids.
You still want to take out a feeling? How do you plan to do that?
We're gonna need ships.
Oh, there's one that says pregnancy, pregnancy, which means premonitions, premonitions. He is in my behind means they're all over me. He big in nothing important in good elephant, which means he seems to be alright.
I think that's the wrong way.
We should start using these terminologies.
Yeah. Good elephant.
Mr. Speaker, we can never compromise to black. Then the Jedi Council will make finding Grievous our highest priority.
Sorry. Vince McMahon's thinking of bringing back the XFL.
Oh, God.
Please, do not let him make any more decisions.
Yes, yes, I know.
Scoutwalker.
Good elephant.
Cover me, droid.
Right, where am I meant to go? Damn.
Apparently, General Grievous also says, I should really feed your dog.
Now what?
Hask was just one part of the mission.
You still want to take out the fueling? How do you plan to?
We're gonna need ships.
Droid, is there anything close to me?
We lost comms with a squad in the tower, so stay alert. Everyone spread out. Commander Hask wants them found.
Scoutwalker.
Oh, just found like a list of like the best translated Chinese titles for films.
Go on.
Okay, let's see.
Now what?
Hask was just
Guardians of the Galaxy is called Interstellar Special Ability Team or Interstellar Different Commandos. American Hustle is apparently called United States Cheat Bureau. See. Oh, and Up. The movie Up is called Touring Around on a Flying House.
Okay, well, it's not inaccurate.
And then the movie Knocked Up is called One Night Big Belly.
I'll be right back. Just gotta get something. I'll be right back. So then, yeah, continue doing this.
Okay. And Anchorman is called Ace Announcer. Finding Nemo is called Seabed General Mobilization.
You know what?
We're gonna need
I'm gonna
ships.
take down the difficulty.
Oh, The Sixth Sense really says it all.
Really?
Yeah, it's called He's a Ghost.
Protect me.
And then the Blair Witch Project is called Night in the Cramped Forest. And
Right.
American Pie is called American Virgin Man. Deep Impact's called Earth and Comet Collide.
Now what?
Hask was just
It's called Trump Card Big Liar.
We're gonna need ships.
The full Monty is called Six Naked Pigs. G.I. Jane's called Satan Female Warrior. Boogie Nights is called His Great Device Makes Him Famous. And the Jack Nicholson film As Good As It Gets is called Mr. Cat Poop.
ATST.
Right.
And Twister is called Run Run Cloudzilla.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Search on Google Image for bootleg Chinese DVD, says Zen.
Search on Google for bootleg Chinese. Yeah, okay.
Now what?
Task was just one part of the mission.
You still want to take out the Phoenix? How do you plan to do that?
We're gonna need ships.
We lost comms with the squad in the tower, so stay alert. Everyone spread out. Commander Hask wants them found.
The X-Wings are on the other side of the station. Droid, is there anything closer to us?
Shield me.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
TIE fighters ahead.
You know what they call a Twister in China?
What?
No, what do they call it?
Run Run Cloudzilla.
Run, run, Cloudzilla.
Yeah. Oh no, these are terrible. Chinese bootleg DVD covers. They have one of Star Wars Episode 1. It just looks like the normal one, but in the middle they have Arnie from Predator.
Oh god.
Oh, why?
Get to the X-Wing!
Leroy Jenkins!
Now let's find that ship.
What about that?
A cloud car?
It's a ship?
Fine.
Cloud car.
Oh,
When I said we needed
and then there's
more specific.
Game of Thrones Season 2, which is just like
For it not to be a cloud car.
badly photoshopped with Ned Stark's head on Thor's body.
And 3 Star Destroyers.
Right.
We're going to blow up.
You know what? You were right. The cloud car was not a good choice for this.
No. Think about it. All we need to do is take out the fuel cells.
And the explosion will cause a chain reaction.
Exactly. All the way back to the Star Destroyer.
The Matrix Reloaded one.
I've ever heard.
What's the Matrix Reloaded one?
I love it.
It's just
I've got eyes on a cloud car inbound
Oh,
on
it
your
looks the
Bootleg
same.
Batman Begins. Read it out.
At least it's good for
I
something.
will. But this one looks the same, but it's just what's written on it.
Delivery, but we can't be too careful.
The Matrix Reloaded says the white men wanted a stud to breed slaves.
Literal, isn't it? Then again, they sound like they're all way too damn literal.
Yeah.
I wonder if they call Dawn of the Dead. Oh god, I woke up and there's zombies.
But this, but you know what they call the Sixth Sense?
What do they call the Sixth Sense?
He's a ghost.
Chinese bootlegs are just fucking hilarious.
Okay. Chinese bootleg DVD cover. Batman Begins.
Hey, have you ever heard of the SNES game that never got released called Hong Kong 97? That seems like a really bad bootleg.
Oh, this looks terrible. Basically, it's got the Christian Bale Batman,
right?
But it's got like Jim Carrey's Riddler in the middle.
Oh God!
And Heroes Knight wants me to read it out. Okay. Okay, I will do that. It's what's written on the back. Okay. When being a child, Bruce Wayne had witnessed with his own eyes the fact his parents of millionaire were killed cruelly. So affected his strong desire of revenging his parents. However, God had never given him a chance to fulfill his will. Following the advice of Ra's al Ghul, the chief of Ninja Group, Bruce come to Getty, spelt G-E-T-E, which was a corrupted city filled with various crime groups. Bruce found a basement under his villa in which the equipment turned him into another person. Spider-Man with this mask. Spider-Man stroke all criminal activities and criminals everywhere. Tough, such as Tugon, the chief of Mafia, Dr. Jack Straw, the abominable drug trafficker, even a mysterious opponent quite familiar with him. So apparently Bruce Wayne is Spider-Man.
Apparently so.
In response, Hong Kong 97 was a game released in 1995 but never truly got a proper release. Because it was basically done in China, but it was done so bad that they used unlicensed images of Bruce Lee, a dead guy, an actual dead person, you know, from a snuff shot, and the Chinese leader at the time, Dong Yu-pin, as an enemy, and it would use words such as, I believe one of the things they said was, a bunch of fucking ugly Reds invade the country. Basically, if you want to know more about the game, I recommend you look up the Angry Video Game Nerd's review of it, because he explains it better than I ever could.
We're gonna steal it first. I've called in some help to guarantee we do.
Apparently there's a film called Sean Connery versus the Cock.
And call us for escort.
Is Dwayne Johnson on there?
Yes.
Oh God. So he's finally been called the Cock.
Yeah.
Can you feel what the rock is pounding?
What the cock is pounding?
Yeah.
You have a bad feeling about
Cock
this.
bottom! Cock
I'd be
bottom!
worried if you didn't.
Admiral Garcia's people aren't supposed to be here.
Oh, this is going right next to JRKO out of nowhere.
Relax. One strike team. We'll be fine.
And if it's not? Turbo lasers. This place is pretty well defended for a deserted weapons cache.
Right.
The Chinese have done an action figure that's just like a cross between Pokemon and Star Wars.
This sounds like something I've got to hear. Go on.
Yeah, it's called Poke Wars, and the figure in question is called Bulba Fett.
Yeah, there's a T-shirt of Boba Fett on what do you call it?
Yeah, it's Bulbasaur's head on Boba Fett's body.
Oh,
or
because the one I saw was just Bulbasaur's body with Boba Fett's head. It was made by the same people who also made Charmander Shepherd.
Yeah. But this looks more like Jango Fett's body.
Okay. I don't think I'll stream the rest of the campaign.
Okay.
People can find it if they want to see what happens and not have to sit through me failing for most of it. So I think next time we stream, because we've hit the 3-hour mark, we should probably call it.
Yeah.
Next time we stream, we'll go back to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, hopefully get that done, and yeah. So, thanks for watching, we'll see you next time. Bye.